many years ago, when I was years ago. That's right.
Years ago.
I was a board op at WPGC for Tigger, and you know about that era because you had Tigger doing the interlude on the album, doing the
to shut him down.
Yeah, talking about shut him down. So Jay-Z came in, and Tigger at that time was all over the place. Like, he was on fire. And so I would end up running the board a lot by myself in the room while he was off doing God knows what, living a hell of a life.
Yeah.
And so guests would come in, but Tigger wouldn't be there, it would just be me. And he'd be on the line. So Jay-Z came in, and it's just me and Jay-Z in the room. I'm like 19 years old. And Jay-Z, he's not Jay-Z, but he's Jay-Z. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Of course.
He's still Jay-Z.
Yeah.
And I said to him, who are your favorite producers? And he was naming his favorite producers, and he got to you. And I was like, why haven't you done a song with him? And he was like, he didn't really have an answer. Oh, there was gonna be one.
There was.
He mentioned there was a thing, and then he talked about the Marley Marl Shy record.
Yeah.
Anyways, fast forward like 17 years.
Yeah.
When The Joy came out.
Yes.
And Jay hits that Pete Rock, Let the Needle Drop.
Oh my God.
I know what that meant to me to hear.
My heart dropped. My heart dropped. I was like, oh shit. Cause I remember because I was driving home from the studio from Manhattan, and I remember Young Guru calling me, and he was like, yo Pete, you sitting down? And I was like, nah, I'm driving. And he said, yo, pull over. And so he played it, cause I already laid it down, but I didn't know Jay-Z was on it. So he played it for me, and I tripped out.
That's crazy.
I tripped the fuck out. Then he said my name.
Then he said your name.
Then he said my name, but if y'all remember, well, the youngins ain't gonna remember, but the older guys will remember. He did original. What was his first group?
Original Flavor.
Original Flavor. He said my name in that too.
He does?
Oh, can I get open?
Yes. Pete Rock and CL.
Oh, yeah.
Shit.
I straightened it out like Pete Rock and CL.
Yes.
I straightened it out.
And so when he said Pete Rock let the needle drop, I swear I screamed out my car window.
That's crazy.
I screamed, and then I was like, yo, play it again. And he played it again, and I was just tripping off that shit. I was like, then I was calling Kanye like, yo, where's my copy? I need to hear this. And then next thing you know, it comes out. So, yeah, shout out to Kanye West, though. Music, he's still my guy when it comes to them beats.
I agree.
And
by the way, me too.
Yeah, so.
Those things can't change, bro. Like that music.
Yeah.
Although I do find it hilarious, Pete's screaming because Jay's dropping this epic track.
Yeah. And
Kanye drops, I'm not even going to quote the line, Kanye drops pure filth on his verse.
Yeah.
But it ended up, the contrast of the two of them on that record and the sample that you ended up using.
Yeah.
It was just...
and shout out to Jay-Z, too.
Yeah. Yes.
Now, Kanye, you probably didn't scream when Jay-Z referenced you on record, but I'm sure you were still happy, though.
Man, I was, when people told me that Jay said, truthfully, I want to rhyme like common sense, but I sold 5 mil and I ain't been rhyming like common sense.
Fire.
I ain't gonna front. I was geeked up, man. I was like, because as you said, Jay-Z is Jay-Z. And at the end of the day, like, my cousin called me like, damn, you made it, man. Jay says your name. I'm like, it took that. I got 5 albums, but
it's not like an ad-lib shout out. It's in the rhyme.
Yeah, it's
right?
in the rhyme.
It's in the
Both
rhyme.
of them.
It's in the rhyme.
Yeah.
On a dope one, too.
It's in the rhyme. It's in the rhyme, but almost similar to what Pete saying when Guru played Joy for him. One day, Jay just hit me up out of the blue and was like, "Yeah, man, I'm referencing these songs on your songs on our album, the album that him and Beyonce did." Now this was a Saturday. He called me and I was like, cool, man, you know, whatever, you good, just say it. He was like, I never knew what love. He used that, and then y'all know how I met her. We broke up and got back together. He used both those lines.
Shit.
Wow.
By Monday, the album was out.
Oh yeah, that's right. That shit was like.
Yeah, it was like, I was like, damn, man. I mean, I didn't know it was coming out that quick, but I was just excited and geeked that he would even reference any of my songs. Or so when he said my name in his raps, you know, I was like, man, this is a win for me. You know what I mean? Because some people at the time, you know, it was a big separate thing between the conscious backpack artists and the artists that was selling a lot of records and just had money. But Jay saying that was almost like embracing us.
100%.
And me. Yeah. And I remember being right here at SOBs, seeing Kanye perform, and it was the backpack audience and the Rockefeller chain audience all rocking together. And I was like, man, this is what hip hop is supposed to be. It ain't like
exactly.
We got caught up separating ourselves. Like, oh man, I don't like that.
There's a lot of artists that cross.
But no,
over,
but Jay, when you think about it, without naming names, there was a time when the divide happened, right?
Yeah, it was a divide.
And
What name? Sorry, go ahead.
There you go.
Burn that for the
Burn it.
You gotta burn a lot.
Light it on fire, bro.
You gotta light it on. So, but Jay, to Jay's credit, like he did always sort of want to go back to that line. Like
always touch.
Like he said that line because it was cute, but he really was rhyming in many ways like Common Sense.
Yeah.
And he did care. He did the Dead Prez record. He did the you guys were both on the Talib record.
Yeah, you could tell.
Yeah.
You could tell.
Like you could tell
the
MOP record. So like he would kind of flirt with that.
And Jay Electronica, him doing albums
Fact.
with Jay,
A whole
just
album
like
with
that's
him.
like
Yeah.
that's like you know that Hova's heart is in the hip hop. Like no matter what, I mean, no matter how like big he becomes as an artist or I mean as a person, you still got that love for the culture, and that's what he got. So I love that.